Hello and welcome to the Temple of Tones with your host, Indie Comics Jones. Today is September 2nd, 2021. This is episode 402. By the way, tonight I'll be on a live stream with Fizzchozo. I'll leave comment in the notes section so you can see exactly what channel his name is called. And please join us at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So that'll be my big face reveal as well. All right. Batman Fear State Alpha coming out from DC Comics. It's #1. It comes in at a whopping $4.99 for 31 pages of content. And it's a not recommend. I think there's just too much going wrong with this comic. I'm going to have to go pretty fast here because I only have so much time on my phone. Let's take a quick look at the cover here. This is a not recommend. The cover's very nice. Batman standing there, very gloomy. We've got Harley here. We've got, boy, I'm blanking on her name. I want to call Memory Maid, but that's incorrect. I can't think of what her name is. But we'll get to it. We'll figure it out in here. And Scarecrow looms in the background. Now, the thing about this, you have to have pretty much read the Joker Wars to really know what's going on here. And that's one of the things against it. Also, there is absolutely, I should say absolutely not, there's a very tiny bit of action here. I mean, like a computer screen blowing up and Batman getting free. And that's about it. Nothing else. So let's take a quick look at this book. We can first go ahead and take a look at to see who worked on it. It's in here somewheres. How can they have a couple ads before the credits? But it's James Tynion IV. He's the writer, and that's another thing against this. Who knows if he's going to be around at the end because he's moving over to Substack. He's got his Image Comics going on. They did the switcheroo already on the Joker, something I was really liking, and had invested, over $20 in those comics, and then it went to Matt Rosenberg, and it was not nearly as good. It really fell off the cliff, so I felt kind of ripped off by that. Riccardo Federici is the artist. He did an excellent job. Chris Sotomayor was the colorist. Clayton Cowles was the letterer, and Ben Oliver did the cover, the very nice cover that we see here. I think that's a pretty strong cover. You can see Scarecrow's hands getting a clutch on everybody. I wish I could remember her name, but it's drawing a blank. Okay, Ben Mears is the assistant editor, and Amedeo Torturo is the editor. Okay, starting this thing off, we get some really nice art, and what I mean by that, it's not only drawn well, but the poses in here, the posturing, the body language going back and forth between Simon Saint and Dr. Crane here are just incredible. They're kind of playing a cat and mouse game. Each are trying to see what they can get from one or the other. And look at the drawing on Dr. Crane here. I think that is just, I'll put that in the center so you can see a little bit better maybe. But just an awesome drawing. That's almost looks like a photo at first shot. But you get like this nice posing, nice posturing, both of them going back and forth. What Simon Saint wants to do, he wants to use his company to take Dr. Crane's fear ideas, and he wants to create a technology that will evolve people using to the next level. Kind of like what happened to Batman as a child, where he was traumatized, but he grew to the next level and he became a fearless crime fighter. So I believe that's kind of his pose on this. But he's going to use technology, and it's going to be kind of it seems to be right now, a media-based technology where he's going to feed fear stories through the media to get Gotham to act on their own, to be stronger, to move up to the next level. But he's doing this with Dr. Crane. I don't think that's a good idea. And right off the bat, that's another thing that seems a little odd. He's going to pay Dr. Crane $25 million, give him his own laboratory outside of Arkham. So he's going to sneak him out of Arkham. He's going to pay people off. And this is all taking place before Arkham blows up and up in fire. So they think he's dead, but he's actually been spirited away to another area. And here we see him much later at his own laboratory, experiment with his toxins, but it's really going to use the technology. So here we also see that he has captured Batman, and just talking to him, and the word goes out that Batman's dead, even though he's not. He's just being held captive. We get all these different news reports of the panic that is spreading through Gotham due to the Scarecrow and other things. But we have Peacemaker 01, who's really someone that's ready to crack. But they're touting him as the next hero. We don't need Batman any longer. We don't need masked crime fighters, vigilantes. We've got Peacemaker 01 plus a number of drones that are supposed to help as well. Then we get our title page, which we already saw, Batman Fear State Alpha. Then we're back at Simon Saint's industrial complex, where he's feeding information to politicians and whatnot. He's also going to tell the GCPD, Lieutenant Montoya, to have this police force stand down, which makes her very emotional. I mean, she throws her phone down, she's cussing, she's kicking things, but like she snaps out of it in a second and she goes right into strategy, which seemed a little bit, I don't know. I think that you need a cooling off period or something, but you can see everybody's kind of like, whoa, she's going crazy. Meanwhile, we've got Oracle and the Bat family involved. They find out or hear through the grapevine that Batman is dead. They don't know whether to believe it or not. So we have Nightwing. We've also got Batwoman. Red Hood's in there. I think Batgirl's also one of them. And Barbara Gordon's kind of taking it all in, trying to coordinate things from the clock tower. Then they get the mass message from Scarecrow. They're actually trying to send out a message to have Gotham City calm down, but their message is intercepted and blocked, basically, and Scarecrow starts talking to everyone, which ticks Barbara off quite a bit, as you can see here. Very nice art. I mean, just really art, but no action, no really action. And then Scarecrow actually talks directly to Oracle on a private line here, and then proceeds to destroy their system. So they're at ground zero, no communications now. They're going to use, I believe, like CB radios and walkie-talkies, or I think that was the police department was going to do that. Their communications were cut off as well. Meanwhile, deep in Eden, we have the other group. These were the survivors from the Arkham file. They're called the Unsanity Society, which is a real tough thing to say. It's not exciting. Harley Quinn has led them down here with this group of misfits, and they believe that they can come back and help Gotham due to their unique skills. I'm not so sure. Okay, her name is Miracle Molly. That's her name, not Memory Maid. So Miracle Molly, I guess she played a bigger part in the other books, previous books about Arkham on Fire and whatnot. So what they figure out is Queen Ivy is there, but she's missing a piece of herself, the Poison Ivy, kind of the human part. She kind of gets Harley Quinn wrapped up in vines, but eventually just releases her. She says that the Unsanity Society can stay down there, that they'll be safe. In the meantime, they are in a kind of a mission to get with Catwoman and try to find the other piece of Ivy that is missing. And right here, she looks a lot like Jean Grey, right, in these couple pictures when Jean Grey was turning into the Phoenix there in those movies. So we cut to Catwoman. She has found the missing piece, the Poison Ivy, and Poison Ivy's kind of missing the other rest of herself, so she's just kind of melancholy right now, just hanging back, whereas Catwoman goes off to check, and what she finds out from her perch up there is that the Saint Industries have sent their soldiers in. They're supposed to be peacekeepers, but it's not looking that way. Meanwhile, Damian Wayne's looking at his bat suit. I believe that's Damian Wayne. They don't really say. He's got the message that Batman may be dead. and so he'll be ready to suit up. We cut back to Scarecrow's lab, where we just in time to see Batman escape, and that's where we end. So we don't know if this is an illusion he's having or if it's actually happened, and Fear State begins. Now, look at the list of books that are, wow, that are with this. And I don't think this is like that incredible of a story, but they are really rolling out the titles for this event. You could pause this and take it all in. It's going to be very expensive if you're collecting all these, obviously. And I just don't think the story at this point is that compelling. But let's take a look at the DC ads right now. That was a not recommend, but we have DC Titans on HBO Max. That's coming out soon. We have a young adult novel, Teen Titans Beast Boy Loves Raven, written by Cami Garcia. I believe that's a young adult, doesn't say it. Then we have Suicide Squad King Shark. Will he attain his destiny at the top of the food chain? Written by Tim Seeley, who I am reading some Tim Seeley, his Vampire, The Masquerade. That's by Vault. I've really been enjoying that. I think that's been a solid read. Good story, good action story. And then we have Deathstroke Incorporated, written by Joshua Williamson. Deathstroke and Black Canary team up to kick the bleep and save the world. This is September release, 6 issues. Black Manta, same thing, 6 issues, September release. Will the shocking truth of heritage save him or destroy him? That's a Chuck Brown story. And Unearthed, this is a young adult novel, graphic novel coming out in September. Can she overcome her fears and inspire hope? It's written by Lilium Riviera. Another young adult novel, I believe. Just a Girl and Her Dog, Can They Save the City? This is called Whistle, a new Gotham City hero by E. Lockhart. Coming out in September. Looks like a trade. And then 0 Point Batman. They are continuing their collaboration from what I understand. This is, I believe, the trade that includes all the stories plus all the different skins that you can pick up for the Fortnite game. Stargirl, DC, coming back at CW. And Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League is now available on DVD and Blu-ray. And there you go. It's a not recommend. So thanks for stopping by and listening to this review. Remember, I'm on tonight, the live stream with Fizzchozo, and that's at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Western Time. Please like, please subscribe if you haven't. You can leave comments if you wish, and we'll see you next time at the Temple of Tomes. This is Indie Comics Jones bidding you adieu.